It had gotten to the point where I was buying cigarettes in cartons. I used to love to smoke. I used to smoke Marlboro Red, which was considered the hardest cigarette at the time. Hi friends, we're back again and I want to continue from where I stopped, my life of studies in the US and righteous living. And I want to say that in school it would take 120 credit hours for one to graduate for a 4-year course which I was undertaking. And my plan was to be able to do that in 3 years so that I would save 1 year's school fees. That was the original intent. And as God would help me, in the first 2 years, I had accumulated 78 credit hours, which meant that I would graduate in 3 years. But because of this riotous living, the womanizing and drinking and smoking, it had gotten to the point where I was buying cigarettes in cartons. I used to love to smoke. I used to smoke Marlboro Red, which was considered the hardest cigarette at the time. And then the Bull, the beer, from there to Heineken. And I remember one night, we had drank through the night, and in the morning I had taken 30-something bottles of Heineken, and I pinched my ear and I could still feel it's like I hadn't taken anything. That was when I decided that beer was no longer for me. So I graduated to hard drinks. I began to take Cognac, Remy Martin to be precise, and I would buy them in cartons and keep. I was living somewhere in Irving, Texas, which is a suburb of Dallas, and is a dry county. Dry county means that they don't sell alcohol there. They have to go into town to buy alcohol. And when I go to buy, in any of those forays where I go to buy from the liquor store, they would ask me if I'm having a party, but I'm only restocking. And you know, I'm the type that could just stay in the house and be drinking. I don't need friends to drink. But in the evenings, we go to the club and then hang out and party and do a manner of crazy things. You got to where one woman was no longer enough. The aim thing was to get 2 or 3 women to sleep with. And at the end of the day, there's nothing new about that. And so that's how, what even enhanced that lifestyle was that I had to go to Germany and I bought a 300 Mercedes a Concorde, that's what they used to call it in Nigeria. And it had the international license plate number. And when I would park it in the school compound, some ladies would go and put their names and numbers on the windshield wiper. So I had a bevy of women to pick from. At the time, I had to draw up a schedule as to which one to take for lunch or for dinner. Of course, I didn't know how to cook. I wasn't interested, and I had the money to take them out to fine restaurants and wine and dine. And I was traveling all over the continental United States, going to meet old friends, new female friends, and all. And that's the way one was living. But time began, it came to the point where the money that one was getting was no longer enough to sustain that type of lifestyle. And I began to seek for ways and means to make more money so that one can continue in that life. And in the next episode, I will begin to narrate to us how one got involved in different things to augment. And I pray that the Lord will bless you as you tune in.
People, what did Henry use his freedom to choose? 36 bottles of Heineken a night, 1.5 packs of cigarette a night or a day in 24 hours. See, Marlboro Red, the toughest cigarette. I hear what he chose. Unfortunately, I can identify with Henry. We started in Nigeria here with Target. Then Benson and Hedges came. And St. Maurice, eventually Erin Moore. The devil is wicked. As a teenager, me, between the age of 14 and 17, I was like a chimney. This is the life that Henry chose. A chain of girlfriends. If he had died at that point in his life, where do you think he would be today? I plead with you. Life has 2 stages. There is this physical one here on earth. Then the spiritual life that is eternal. 2 destinations. One is hell, one is heaven. Where you will go will depend on the choices you are making today. If you keep rejecting God, you are bound to end up in the wrong place. Let us see how the grace of God helped Henry in the next video. Please do not forget to subscribe to this channel. This story is just developing, and you will see something unexpected will happen along the line. Thank you for tuning in today. God bless you.